the singers really run the show. And we made a pact in the band that we weren't going to do what everyone else was doing at that stage, which is, 66. And that was take drugs and smoke pot. And I can remember Bon and I, when we went up to Sydney one time, and it was the first time either of us had ever had a joint, late in the piece. It wasn't around when you were 15, 16 in those days. We were 20, 21. We went up to Sydney and, we went and saw this band that we knew, and the keyboard player invited us back to his place to smoke some dope, and it was the first time, and we were both nervous as shit. And we went back there and we smoked and got completely out of our head, and we were just shit scared in the corner of the room, giggling and wondering whether we should be there. And eventually we just slid our way out of the room, completely paranoid, and ran down, bursting out laughing, and went back to the hotel, to the one room that we were staying at. It was a hotel called the Crest Hotel in King's Cross, which no longer exists. It's been pulled down, but we went back there. And of course the band knew immediately that we'd smoked, and we got ostracised and told we were going to be kicked out of the band, right, which we completely laughed about and went and celebrated and went to a club and got shit-faced drunk, because we thought the gall of the band, thinking that they could throw us out of the band. And we always used to have breakfast around the corner. We used to go around there, and they used to have fresh orange juice, and we went round there, and we'd always go there because after a hard night's drinking, it's good to have a bit of orange juice. So we went round there, and we were on one table and the band was on the other table, and they wouldn't speak to us because we'd smoked dope, and we were still stoned. We were still stoned. And anyway, eventually what happened was a member of the band came over and said, well, it's okay, we'll let you go this time and we'll let you back into the band. And that was just a funny thing,
Despite continued singles success, over the next 2 years, the cracks began to show. A very public drugs bust resulted in unwanted press attention, and the light naivety of the Valentine's early image became tainted.
Bon and I started talking about, we're going nowhere. We tried it out for 6 months, but we just, we were only being kept alive by publicity about pot, not by what we were doing, which was good, but we weren't playing at the right places, and, we got lost, basically. And so we got together, Bon and I, and decided that, and we felt we had the right to do it because we formed the band in the first place, that we would leave the band and that we'd get on with our other things. And, we announced it to the band. It didn't go down all that well, obviously, with them or with our management at that stage. But we felt it was for the best.